So I'm thinking I might take a sort of a page out of the Minecraft type book, and that is that the single player game has an internal server already. The game can be in, server mode with no GUI, or it can have the GUI on it and you can play. So I think that's the way that I'm going to try to implement this. Is I will build all the game world level logic in a server, and then have the client instantiate that server. I need to get over. This guy's not going to let me. There you go. Have the client instantiate the server so that making multiplayer games makes it pretty easy. I don't have to write a server/client hybrid. I'll just make a server, and then everything is a client. Everything, even if you're playing by yourself, it's a client. There's just settings that get sent to the server to say whether or not there's, AI enemies, I guess. So I guess that means that when the game comes up, I guess there could be an option. There might even just be an option in command line to run it without the GUI, make it a dedicated server. Or maybe there's a small graphic, like the menu maybe just has server, create server or play, something like that. And then if you create a server, the screen just displays what's going on, status that happens as players connect and disconnect, and people get killed and things like that. Little status window. That might be pretty cool. I think I might do it that way. And so it will basically be a LAN game unless you actually run it on a server that has internet footprints, has an internet footprint. So an actual server, or even a virtual server that's running the OS that this thing can run on. I'm going to try to compile it to both Windows and Linux, and if I have time in the month that I'm giving myself, I will implement touch controls so that it could potentially be on Android devices and Windows devices. So maybe I'll even just put a button on there that lets you turn on or off touch controls, so that you could run it even on a Windows 8 machine in the whatever they used to call it, Metro. I don't know, modern. I don't know what it's called now. In the Windows 8 application type format, but then not have to have the touchscreen controls on the screen. So you could use your keyboard. You could run either one, I guess. Either compiled version. So that's what I'm going to do. What I haven't done yet for the game that I just completed, the ETR, is I've compiled it down to Windows, and I've compiled it down to Linux, but I have yet to compile it down for Android or Windows phone and devices with the touchscreen capability. I don't have that yet, so I'll need to do that. But I don't consider that the game's not complete. That's just I'm going to target other platforms now. I'm going to, for the Windows and Linux versions, I'm going to put them up on my website, and I'll say this in the video that I make for like the final video for that week, which I have yet to do. It's Monday, but all the coding's done, so it's just a matter of me getting time to actually do a little bit of a vlog on with my family around. Gets a little hard, you know, trying to keep a little less noise in the place. Let me concentrate. I already have trouble, you guys know. I already have a problem remembering what I'm saying. I get sidetracked fairly easily, and I can talk a good deal. Ask anybody that I know that spends any time with me at all. I can just run my mouth, and it's kind of funny because most of my vlogs that I do, even now there's like these pauses as I'm trying to think of a word in my little brain to explain what I'm trying to say, and then, you know, forget it if something else happens, or if I see something, or I'm trying to think of, in the case of coding or even testing the game, like in the last vlog, where something happens, I get sidetracked and I don't finish what I'm saying. I noticed that in the Minecraft video that I made just recently, the breaks from coding videos, and like the very first one, I mean, I was so distracted in thinking about what I was trying to say to you guys that I totally missed that there was iron, that I dug out iron. So then when I find diamonds, I'm like, all like, you know, where's the iron? I should have iron because I got diamonds. It's so terrible. And I had it all the time, so I had to annotate that video so that you guys knew that I knew I was a freaking idiot. I know I'm an idiot.